Hey guys, with changing seasons comes changing weather. Maybe you're planning a snow trip up to the mountains or simply commuting to a work on a rainy day, but either way I've gotta ask, is your leather footwear ready to tackle the rain and snow? And if not, you're in the right place because today I'm excited to share how to completely weatherproof your shoes and boots so that you can stay warm and dry during this season while also protecting your leather from snow, rain, salt, and everything in between. Let's get to it. Hey guys, my name's Evan and it's my goal to share the skills and tools needed to love your leather. I picked up a pair of vintage Dr. Martens for today's video and I'm excited to show you how well they cleaned up as well as how effectively our weatherproofing worked. And if you follow my 3C's method of cleaning, conditioning, and conserving your leather, I guarantee your leather footwear will last for years to come. Setting up, we want to remove our laces and brush off any loose dust, dirt, and debris. Skipping this step may cause dirt to scratch and ruin your leather over time. It only takes a second, but the benefits can last for years. I'll be using a horsehair brush, but a damp cloth can work as well. You'll want to thoroughly clear off the entirety of your leather, but one major area that most people skip is the boot tongue. Now once you're finished, let's move to our next step, cleaning. In order to properly clean our leather, we need to use specially formulated leather cleaner. Seems obvious, right? Well, there's no lack of novice leather cleaning tutorials out there where people use dish soap, laundry detergent, or all-purpose cleaners. It may seem like the most likely option, and I'll be honest, the DIYer in me wants to use at-home products, but trust me when I tell you that when it comes to making your leather last, it's worth the small investment. Why? Because the problem is that though it may look good at first, those cleaners can completely remove the oils and waxes that keep your leather supple and flexible and will ruin your leather by drying it out, which creates cracking and discoloration. So invest in a good cleaner that will serve you well. I'll leave my suggestions below. Another place that's often neglected are the metal eyelets on your shoes or boots. This area can collect tons of dirt and grime, but also something that's called verdigris, which is a greenish blue oxidation buildup. And it doesn't hurt anything, but it may discolor your leather or laces. And I found that using cotton swabs do a great job at cleaning eyelets. Let me know if this is as satisfying for you as it is for me. Yet another area that you can clean that most people don't realize is the inside of your boots. Repeat the same process, but try not to soak the leather. Doing so may damage the leather over time, so wipe it with a dry cloth as soon as possible. And what about the sagging or wrinkled leather around your ankles? This is one of the most annoying things that happens to boots of all kinds. Cowboy boots, winter boots, dress boots, you name it. And this occurs simply because your leather isn't properly being stored when you're not wearing them. But don't worry, it's probably not permanent. Let me show you how to reshape your leather back into place. Stick around until the very end as I share how to properly store your boots in order to prevent this in the future. Now on to conditioning. The hack that I use to reshape my leather is to gently warm it up with a heat gun or hair dryer in order to soften the oils and fibers. This allows you to easily massage your leather back into place. Pro tip, use a large bottle as a mold to reshape your leather back into place, and if your leather gets stiff again, simply warm it up as needed. Don't forget that you can potentially burn your leather by overheating it. Again, gently warm it as needed. And as you can see, I'm massaging the leather up towards the ankle, not down towards the sole. And you can see for yourself that this can make a huge difference to the appearance of your boots from looking old and saggy to fresh and new. If you found this hack helpful, let me know below, and if you guys are getting value, please give me a thumbs up to let me know. Thanks. So how do we weatherproof our leather? Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Today I'll be sharing a product that has been recommended by many as the best product on the market for weatherproofing your leather. It's called SNO-SEAL. Not only does it protect, but it also preserves your leather, keeps it breathable, and provides all year protection by using natural beeswax to fill all the pores of your leather so that water, snow, and mud can't get through. So the instructions note that for best results, you'll want to gently warm up the leather in order to open up the pores and then apply the product. You can use a hairdryer, sunny window, heat gun, or a heat lamp. It says that the product is combustible, so you don't want to use a flame on it. And I can't believe I'm reading this, but it says you can even use your own oven. That is as long as it's preheated and extinguished at a low temperature. It also says to apply as much SNO-SEAL as the leather will absorb, and that's the key to really making your leather as water resistant as possible. But either way, heat it up first and then apply the product for best results. And just so you guys have some peace of mind, know that SNO-SEAL will not damage your leather by adding too much or too little. Leather loves getting hydrated with oils and waxes, so there's really not anything that you can do by adding too much. Just make sure to gently remove any excess with a dry rag afterwards. And just reading off the label here, it says that SNO-SEAL lubricates your leather and protects against drying and deterioration far longer than greases, oils, and animal fats. It's also a natural wax, and unlike other products, will never weaken, decay, or break down the leather or stitching and seams. It seems to be quite promising with more than 6,000 5-star reviews on Amazon. I can totally see why people love it. However, I have to be completely honest though, this is my first time using it. And living in California, we don't get too much rain or snow, but I will keep you guys updated with how effective it really is. So far, I'm loving the application process and how it's turning out. And as you guys can see, huge disclaimer, this will 100% darken your leather, so keep that in mind before you put it on. If you have a light colored pair of boots, you can expect them to turn brown. And if you have a pair of suede boots, this will most definitely ruin the supple and soft texture. But if that's what you want to do, go for it because it can definitely weather grade your suede. A few last disclaimers I want to add is that just because your snow-sealed leather prevents water and snow from entering into your shoe doesn't necessarily make it 100% waterproof. Essentially, no boots can be 100% waterproof unless they have something like a Gore-Tex waterproof lining. And on top of that, I want to make it very clear that adding SNO-SEAL does not magically add padding and insulation into your boots to keep you warm. It will prevent most water and snow, but it doesn't mean it makes your feet warm in winter weather. Hopefully I've been clear and that sets you guys up for the right expectations moving forward. Let's move on. Believe it or not, you can actually use SNO-SEAL on your laces as well, especially if they're cotton, because they can absorb a lot of moisture from rain and snow that will contribute to keeping your feet cold and wet. I just ran these laces through the wax and literally they're super waterproof as well. And if you guys watched my ultimate Doc Martens restoration guide, you'll have learned this hack, but if not, prepare to be amazed. One of the most iconic parts about a Doc Marten boot is that bouncing sole's pull tab. However, over time, it can become limp and totally bring down the aesthetic of your boots. So all you have to do is steam or iron it back into place, and that's all there is to it. You're welcome. Let's go ahead and lace these bad boys up because we're just about finished, but we can't end without remembering to conserve our boots. And it's a small investment of time and energy that will make you love to wear your boots, trust me. First off, a huge reason why people fall out of love with their footwear is because it begins to look old and saggy. Sound familiar? Well, you can easily prevent cracking and creasing as well as smelly odors with natural cedar shoe trees. You'll both like the way your shoes look and not be deterred by the smell. Any loose threads that make your boots look like they're falling apart at the seams, simply take a flame to loose threads to heat seal them back into place while preventing them from coming undone again. This is a great way to both conserve your boots and contribute to making them look nearly new. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was really a fun video to create. I'd love it if you could share it with some friends or family who'd find value. I'd also appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more content like this. I hope that this video will help you stay warm and cozy this season, so get out there, wear your boots through rain, sleet, and snow. Weatherproofing is great, but how do you remove scuffs or recolor your leather boots? Check out my ultimate Doc Martens guide next, and remember to love your leather.